So there's a lot of trolling on the internet, and you'll find in particular they're mainly guys and they're black, and if they come across a black woman's video, they want to hear what you have to say. And if you say anything about them or something like them or mentioning them, if it isn't what they want to hear, they begin trolling your videos. And they begin to, make mean comments and say horrible things. And almost always they'll mention their anatomy, body parts. And if you look on the pages of these guys, you can tell they're not emotionally stable and well-adjusted men to begin with. They have a lot of mental issues, and that's why they make these videos, because they don't know how to get an outlet. And what they need is to go to some psychiatric evaluation, to get some type of counseling, maybe some medicine or something like that, because a lot of them are not emotionally well put together at all. And they believe in dominating and controlling females, and when they can't do it, then they whine, and they get overly emotional and sensitive, and then they post a lot of bashing videos. And if you see video upon video is about the same subject over and over again, about females and about a particular type of female or females in general, then that is not the women's fault. It is the male's fault, the one that is constantly posting and obsessing on that issue. And I wouldn't take anything that these guys say serious. A lot of times they will do this because they want attention, and when they don't get it, they'll try to troll videos, they'll make mean comments, and they're probably not good individuals. And if they can get a woman, they can't keep one because of the way that they handle relationships. They're not good at handling a relationship. Either they had a bad home life or they've had some bad experiences with dates, and so they make it everybody else's problem. And if a person is constantly posting videos about black women did this and black women did that and they destroyed the black community, but here you got these guys, they're in gangs and they get in relationships, and as soon as the woman says she's pregnant, they want to disappear. And then when they never come back and they get a job and they marry someone else, or either they find someone else and make new relationships and new children, they think that's not going to follow them, and then next thing you know, they wind up owing child support, and then they blame the women for it. There's also child abuse. They may not be good fathers. They abandon their kids. There's a lot of things that have gone on with these individuals. So, and maybe they might be abusive in relationships where they're physically violent to women, and they may have grown up in a household where they saw that and they thought that that was the thing to do. It was normal. And they wind up getting in trouble with the law and going to jail. Maybe they had a bad past. Maybe they've been in trouble with the law for other issues, And when they come across someone that is, decent, talks decent, has had some education, or maybe is very well read, educated, they don't know how to handle that. And it becomes frustrating when you're dealing with guys who maybe they dropped out of school. Their whole mentality is gang banging, and hurting, and injuring people, and violence, and being controlling and dominating, and just being mean-spirited and out there to not do any good but to do harm. And they're not supportive of the kids. They're not supportive of women. They're just all about themselves, or they're overly perversive to the point to where they see something on a movie and then they try to act it out in reality, and it's not reality. These are actors. You're watching a video, pornography, it's not reality. You know, it may have some reality in it, but not all of it is reality. You've got people, but that doesn't mean that that's the way it is. You know, now if you're with someone and that's the kind of thing she's into, then maybe there might be something wrong with her as well, because there are some women that have come from homes that are not great, and they might have seen their parents fight, or they might have seen abuse, or they've been abused themselves. And so in the beginning, these guys may appear to be nice, and they may talk nice in the video, a couple of videos, but later you start finding out that not all of them are on the same page or have the same agenda or are positive at all. And they actually are bringing more divide and more division in the community than anything. And so from what I've seen a lot of black males that will usually they're in like late 20s, 30s, 40s, and there's a select group that they have a mentality that women need them, and they feel threatened when a woman is able to speak for herself, take care of herself, feed herself, pay her own bills. And if they can't come to you with anything positive, then they almost always try to get in your head, and they try to be perverted and use tactics to see if they can sleep with you. And if you don't sleep with them or take them up on the offers, they get angry, and they'll call you all out of your name. They'll say a lot of mean things. They'll post a lot of mean things on the internet about females they can't get with, and they're upset because maybe they didn't stay in school, they've been in trouble with the law, and so that helped them back in their lives. And if they see a female who's not really needing a man for financial security, they feel threatened, because if they don't have anything to bring to the table, then they have nothing at all, and so they're not going to be able to reel these type of decent females in. And some guys are just there's some out there that are not really well adjusted. I don't know if they get the proper training as to how to treat females. So you'll find some that are really abusive, and they're into this machoism thing where they have to be extremely aggressive and punitive, and I've seen some or witnessed some instances where that has happened, where people have been in, relationships with these type of men, and there are females that are not well adjusted who accept this type of behavior, and they think this is okay. And so what does that say to that guy that's not adjusted, and he meets another person, and it's a female, and she's not adjusted, mentally, and so she's accepting of the abuse. And when he comes across a female who is not going to take the abuse, he gets offended. So he posts these videos, and see, the ones that he's able to reel in are probably women who are used to abuse. They kind of given up, and they'll be with anyone just to say they're with someone. They don't want to be alone. They're codependent, and they can't be, single and independent. They have to rely on someone being in their life to validate them. And all women don't need that. And sometimes if you just ask a woman out for a cup of coffee, or if simple things that you wouldn't even believe could probably get you a decent person. But guys who think about being perverse and sex and body parts and treating women like crap and dirt, and treating them like some kind of porn star, you know or they are promiscuous, sleeping around with prostitutes and everything. No decent woman wants to be bothered with that.